You are watching
Trinity Episcopal.
You are watching
Trinity Episcopal School Production Network.
TSPN. Every single you're asking. He's the person that be able to keep it up. I don't.
Get loud, fans. Here comes your Trinity Titans. Captains for Trinity. Number 4, Davion Brown. Number 2, Deuce Evans. Number 1, Taven Logan. Number 14, Isaiah Robinson. Captains for the Warriors. Number 4, Remy Moss. Number 3, Jeremy O'Connor. Number 51, Joshua Jackson. Officials for today's game: Richard Gudowitz, Michael Rivers, Tommy Hughes, Ozell Roulette, Rick Wright, Paul Carter, Lynn Tate. Trinity has won the toss and has elected to defer to the second half. At this time, we ask all those who are able to please rise and move your caps and honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Good afternoon and welcome to this TESPN broadcast of Trinity Episcopal football as the Titans host St. Michael the Archangel, the Warriors from Fredericksburg, Virginia. I am Rick Hamlin, joined by ninth grader Parker Boyd, producer Ash Bell, spotter Will Steele and Briggs Pinar, and executive producer Carter Tyree as we bring you what should be a great game. Parker, Titans come in 2-1 off kind of a heartbreaking loss up at Woodbury Forest on Saturday. Titans had an 11-point halftime lead but couldn't finish the job. St. Michael comes in with a 3-1 record, including a win over defending state champion Benedictine. So we expect a real challenge from the talented Warrior team today coming here to Aycock Stadium. And how you feeling about this one?
I think it's going to be a great game. The Titans have to get the offense on early and keep trying to produce points throughout the game. Last game they had a great start, but failed to get a lot more points. That's a good big key for today.
Yeah, so short kickoff there by Evan Goldschmidt, fielded by Dante Johnson, and the Warriors will start first possession of the game at their own 38. It is 82 degrees here at kickoff. Humidity making it feel like about 86, so a warm September day. Was warm last time we were here, Parker, for the home opener against North Cross, and we talked about cramping sometimes being an issue in games played in the heat, and in fact there was a good deal of cramping in that game on both sides. So hopefully these guys are well hydrated, and the first play from scrimmage is upon us. Warriors go play action, and they're looking deep, but the pass falls short.
Pass intended for number 3, Jeremiah Pugh. Ball's incomplete.
Bryce Caldwell, the quarterback today for the Warriors, and Nishan Wilson had been their quarterback in some of the film I watched, but it is Caldwell who's getting the start today, number 9. This time he hands off. Good hole and a good gain for the Warriors across midfield. Jeremiah Crawford carries it 17 yards for the game's first down.
By St. Michael's offensive line creating for a hole, letting him get downfield.
Yeah, I mean, kind of a cliche to say this, but I think offensive line play for both these teams is going to be a huge key in what we expect to be a close game. And that time, it was the defensive line of the Titans able to get in the backfield. And looked like it was Jordan Stith on the tackle for the Titans. Second and 11. Good looking pass from Caldwell. And Dante Johnson made the catch for 16 yards and a first down. Khalid Rayner made the tackle. But the Warriors now with 2 first downs, and they are all the way to the Trinity 30-yard line. Another good hole and another first down as once again Jeremiah Crawford carries. It's finally brought down by KJ Harris, but
big play already for the game for St. Michael. Or early, obviously. Big tone for St. Michael early in this game.
Mm-hmm. And that's going to be a touchdown. Matthew Holland carries 10 yards for the score and a highly successful first possession for the Warriors. 62 yards, 6 plays, and they pretty much march right down the field to strike first blood. And St. Michael going to go for 2 here. And they get the 2-point conversion. So just 2 minutes and 16 seconds into this one, and it's quickly 8-0 in favor of St. Michael, the Archangel.
Your score, St. Michael 7, Trinity 0.
So Parker, obviously it's not the dream start if you're a Titan fan, but just a little over 2 minutes into this one. But this is a game with big ranking implications for Vissa. Last year, Titans went into the state playoffs as the number 2 seed and got a home game, got to the championship game for the 3rd year in a row, and St. Michael just missed out. I think they ended up 5th in the rankings, and the top 4 make it. So they're going to want to make sure that doesn't happen again. And getting a win here would be a huge boost and feather in the cap of the Warriors. Deuce Mason scoops up the kickoff and is brought down.
Deuce Mason with the return.
Brought down at the 25 by Michael Matthews Canty.
First and 10 Trinity from their own 24-yard line.
All right, so the Titans come out for their first offensive play. We got 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback Tegan Logan in shotgun with C.J. Gray behind him. And C.J. Gray will get the handoff and has a nice hole, picked up 4 yards.
Gain of 4 brings up 2nd and 6.
And Carson Parks checking into the backfield for C.J. Gray. Tegan Logan rolls left, and he looked for Devion Brown, but he was well covered there.
Ball is incomplete.
So it'll be 3rd and 6. Parker, the last thing the Titans need is a 3 and out after the Warriors marched right down the field for a touchdown and 2-point conversion on their opening drive.
Although it is really early in this game, only about 3 minutes into now, this is already a pretty big drive for the Titan offense. They can respond to St. Michael putting 8 up and forward really early in the game.
Yeah, and we see a play action. Tegan flushed out. His throw is broken up. Good coverage there. Once again, it was
Devion Brown looking for a pass interference. I was talking to the ref after.
yeah, I mean, I was definitely wondering if a flag might come out. It was borderline, but Remington Moss in good coverage might have gotten there just a split second early, but as long as that's called consistently, wasn't too much contact in it. And Houston back to punt for the Titans. It's a high end-over-end kick that is fielded, but a nice job by the Titans to rally, led by Keon Montgomery, and pretty good punt, about 37 yards by Houston with almost no return.
37-yard punt.
That high kick or that right there allowed the Titan special teams to get downfield and get to the turner really quickly and got no gain there.
First and 10 Warriors from their own 38-yard line.
So last week we saw Trinity put up 28 points in the first half at Woodbury, but then got shut out in the second half. And I think this offense just wants to see a good drive to get the confidence going again. So going 3 and out on the first possession is exactly what you didn't want to see. And Titan D is going to need to step up and make a stop. St. Michael had some issues getting the right personnel on the field, so the Warriors have to burn their first timeout on the first play of this drive. Their second drive of the game. And they're right at the 38-yard line, which is exactly where their first drive started. That resulted in 8 points.
If the Titan defense is going to need to stop the St. Michael right here, it's going to be pretty key so they get the offense back on the field quickly and see if they can get more points on the board, see tie this game up. The big key for them to do that would stop the run for right now.
Yeah, and I think St. Michael showed good balance on that first drive. They had a couple pretty good pass plays as well as several long runs, and that kind of balance is obviously really hard on a defense that they can't key on one thing. I was impressed with the arm of Caldwell, especially on that throw he had out to the right. This time it's a little shovel pass. That good pursuit by the Titans. Jonathan Barnett on the run, picked up only 2 yards. Think that was Jordan Stith on the tackle.
Second and 8 for the Warriors.
Another good job by the Titan D, stiffening against the run and holding to just a 1 yard gain. I think it was Jordan Stith with another tackle. It'll be 3rd and 7. And Parker, huge opportunity for the Titan defense here to try and make the Warriors go 3 and out after they just did that to Trinity. And it occurred to me, I think that first St. Michael possession, I don't think they ever faced a 3rd down, did they? So it's the first 3rd down of the afternoon for the Titan D. They run it again, and it's a quality run on 3rd and 7. It's a first down.
There's a flag in the backfield.
Marcus Ferguson with a run. There is a flag in the backfield, and it is a personal foul on the offense.
Big for Trinity.
Huge.
Run was great for St. Michael, not for Titans, but now they're going to have to be back for a much longer 3rd down. So they'll probably have to get the ball in the air here. Might take some relief off the defense here.
Okay, so it's a dead ball. So it's after the play. So they will get the first down, but it will back them up 15 yards, which pretty much puts them right back where they were around the 40. So it's a 15-yard run, first down, but then a dead ball penalty takes it all the way back to the 39 of the Warriors. And I don't know what that happened. I mean, it had to be after the play, maybe a late hit would be my guess. I did not see it, though.
There was a little bit of shoving on the prior play, so maybe some high tensions already early in this ball game.
Yeah, and as we see him bounce it out there for almost no gain.
Marcus Ferguson on the carry.
It was Jack Brotherton on the tackle on the run by Marcus Ferguson. He ended up picking up 1, and we were able to see a little bit of a replay of that 15-yard penalty. Just looked like some shoving well after the play. 2nd and 9. These teams played a really close game last year, too, that came down to the, I think, final play of the game. So there might already be that little bit of bad blood baked in. Nothing doing for Ferguson there. The Titan defense swarmed him.
Ball might have come out at the end of the play. A little bit of diving at the end.
Ashton Lawler with the tackle. Jack Brotherton was in there. And no gain for Ferguson. It's 3rd and 9.
No gain on the play. It brings up 3rd and 9.
All right, so in the last 3rd down, they ran it. 3rd and 9, typically you would expect a pass play, especially after Ferguson was really locked up on those last 2 runs. Titan crowd getting loud on 3rd down. And he throws it, and it is incomplete. So it'll be 4th and 9. And any Deuce Edwards on the coverage, the West Virginia commit for the Titans. Deuce really pretty much a 4-year starter, and probably the most experienced player on the Titan team, and he did a great job there. So for any St. Michael the Archangel fans watching, we did just get an updated roster, so apologies if we called out some wrong names. The roster we had apparently was from last year, so I think we've got everything sorted now, and punt goes over the head of the punter. He's all the way back at his own 5. He gets a kickoff, and it's going to get a decent roll. So that punt is going to go as a negative 4-yard punt, but really it was actually a pretty amazing job by the punter because he kicked it about 30 yards after the snap went over his head. So still great field position for the Titans. 1st and 10 from the Warriors 36.
Great heads-up play by St. Michael Arch.
Safety, they could have blocked the punt. I mean, it was a really fraught play for the Warriors, and a great job by Austin Moyer to get the punt away and give some field position back. Tegan Logan pressured. He does end up picking up a yard or 2, so it was not a sack, but Joshua Jackson, one of the captains for the Warriors, made the tackle, and I believe it's a timeout Titans, and Coach Mickens looked pretty unhappy with something that happened there, and now he's letting offensive coordinator Malcolm Bell talk to his offense. Don't know if it was a blocking issue or maybe somebody ran the wrong play, but ultimately Tegan took off and gained about 1.5 yards. I don't think you can see it on your picture, but it's turned into a really pretty decent-sized student section on a day, considering that most Trinity fall sports are in action. So a lot of the fans who would otherwise be here are actually on their own athletic fields. All right, so it's 2nd and about 8.5. After the timeout, Tegan is pressured again, and the ball comes loose. It is still loose. It is no signal yet.
Tegan Logan back to pass. Sack and fumble.
And St. Michael recovers the fumble. Once again, Joshua Jackson provided pressure and forced the fumble. And we think it was Joyce Jean-Philippe who recovered it, I believe, for the Warriors. So 2 possessions and no first downs yet for the Titans, as the St. Michael defense has really come to play here in the first 7 minutes or so of this ball game. And good field position for St. Michael in Titan territory at the 48. So got to give the Warriors a lot of credit after the near disaster on the punt. Their defense quickly stiffens and creates a turnover. And going to be a timeout by St. Michael. That's the second straight possession where they've come out and before even running a play had to burn a timeout. So Coach Brown and his staff probably a little bit frustrated with that. I mean, you would think you would have things set up when you start a new possession, but twice in a row they've had some confusion there. And now, Parker, that leaves the Warriors with just 1 remaining timeout here in the first half. Speaking of that, St. Michael defense, I mean, the last couple weeks they have really been impressive. Last week they held Paul VI to just 12 points. The prior week against McDonough, they lost 9-8, but still holding McDonough, who's typically a very strong program, to only 9 points. And they also shut out Life Christian in the opener. So really the only team that's had any offensive success against them was Benedictine, who put up 32, but St. Michael beat the Cadets by scoring 41. So I've been impressed, very impressed, at least in the first part of this game, with the defense of the Warriors.
Yeah, as much as this offensive game, it's going to be a lot of defense in this one. The Titan defense hold the run game down and force them to ball into the air, and see St. Michael can keep the pressure on the Titans offensive line and maybe force some more sacks and fumbles like they just did.
All right, so St. Michael ball, Titan 48-yard line, 1st and 10 after the timeout. Oh, wow. Michael Gibbs into the backfield. There was a late post-play flag that came out, and it's going to be 15 yards against somebody, but Big Mike blew through the line there. And dead ball, personal foul on the offense. So that's going to be 2nd and 27 coming up for St. Michael. Parker, I was at when the Titans had a scrimmage against, I'm trying to remember who it was against now. I think Indian River from Chesapeake back in August. And Michael Gibbs, who just had that hit in the backfield, had a pick 6, ran it back about 50 yards. I mean, you see what a big dude he is, so you can imagine him rumbling down the field. But really excited. He's just a sophomore young man who was in my class last year and always has a smile on his face, and he's got us smiling after that massive hit in the backfield. And then the 15-yard penalty on top of that. And it's now 2nd and 27 for the Warriors. Probably going to force them to pass, which they have mostly run so far. QB is flushed out, and he'll keep it. Picked up maybe a yard, but Jackson Brotherton helped to push him out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and long.
Is he big? Is he big here? So I think that was, is that freshman Cole Dameron also out there starting on the defense?
You see him out there, I think in linebacker sitting now up on the line.
Yeah, he's had a couple tackles. All right, 3rd and very long for the Warriors. They go with a screen, and it is sniffed out. And great job there by Trey Cherry, another sophomore contributing. So on this drive, it was sophomore Michael Gibbs with a tackle for a loss, freshman Cole Dameron pushing out the quarterback for no gain, and sophomore Trey Cherry breaking up the screen pass. So the young Titan defense making some plays out there. And now it's going to be time for the Warriors to punt again. And, of course, the last punt, the snap was a disaster. So really keep an eye on this snap. This one's much better. Low kick that is not returnable. But it'll be good field position for the Titans as the Warriors down into the 38 and down by Cam Blue for the Warriors. But Titan offense really hadn't gotten anything going yet. No first downs. Let's see if they can get something established here in pretty good field position. Titans have 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, pump fake, or excuse me, play fake, and another good job of coverage Isaiah Robinson, the UVA commit, was the intended receiver, but that pass was broken up. And Tegan has, I believe, yet to complete a pass. But I think that hard count there did get him 5 yards. Yeah, so offsides on the Warriors will make it 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 for the Titans.
For a few Titan friends, remember the Titans were very flag heavy in the last game that we were broadcasted on. Looks the opposite way early on. A great run for a gain about 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, CJ's close to the first down. I think he might be marked about a yard short. And penalties were an issue for the Titans last week as well at Woodbury. They had about 175 yards in penalties up on the road. So I'm sure the coach has been preaching all week about cleaning that up. 3rd and 1. It's going to be the first down of the game. CJ Gray got through the line. Alex Keene Forbes tackled him, but not until CJ got right to midfield. And for the first time today, it is a Titan first down. Play clock down to 10 as Tegan Logan again play action. He was looking for Devion Brown. It was a little bit behind him and looked like maybe Braxton Brooks was open. You can understand if you're Tegan really focusing in on Devion Brown, your 5-star receiver, but I think if he had gone through his progressions, he had Braxton. 2nd and 10. That's where that pass rush comes in too, though, where Tegan's feeling the heat and feeling like he needs to get rid of it quickly. Doesn't want a repeat of that strip sack that we saw in the previous possession. And that is almost intercepted by Jermaine Gilliam. Titans.
To get into.
Yeah, Titans were fortunate there.
Right after he threw that ball off, so just lucky to get that pass off. That was intercepted, but big 3rd down now. We gotta get something downfield for the Titans. Gotta get the pressure off our quarterback right here.
So Tegan looking back to Coach Bell for the play call. Pretty good protection that time. It's complete to Isaiah Robinson. First down. 16-yard gain for Isaiah Robinson. Finally brought down by Joshua Jackson, but that is a key 3rd down conversion. Parker, you said this is a crucial play, and the first completion of the game for quarterback Tegan Logan, who is typically incredibly efficient, but he's faced a lot of pressure. That time he had a little time and connected. And it's so great to see Isaiah healthy after an injury-plagued junior year that he had last season. Play action again, rolling right. Great catch. Devion Brown comes down with it. It's only going to be a gain of about 4, and there is a flag. Tackle by Cam Blue, but let's see what this flag's going to be about. Ineligible man downfield on the offense, so that's going to wipe out the first reception of the day for Devion Brown, who is the leading receiver for the Titans already after just 3 games. Parker, you may have looked at these stats already, but take a guess how many yards receiving Devion Brown has so far this year in 3 games.
I'm sure it's close to 1,000
Yeah, about 500 in 3 games. So you're looking at about a 160 average, and he didn't even play the second half at Fuma. All right, 1st and 15. This is a running play. C.J. Gray gained 2 yards.
C.J. Gray with the carry.
Tyson Woods
Gain of 1 on
made the tackle. As C.J. picked up a couple, 2nd and 13. And first quarter feels to me like it's gone by in a hurry as we're down under 90 seconds to go. He's got Braxton Brooks. What a catch! Got a foot down, and that is the biggest offensive gain of the day for the Titans. Tegan Logan to Braxton Brooks, 22-yard gain, and a Titan first down. And this is by far the furthest advance for the Titans today. Tegan is brought down from behind. Yeah, he had a little hole there, but his feet got tangled with, I believe, his own man. And
Looked to have been C.J. trying to give him a little protection as he's throwing out of the pocket. But
yeah, and
just
CJ
got tangled up.
CJ checking out. I think Tegan stepped on his foot. So that was a double painful play for the Titans with a loss of yardage. And Tegan had a hole there. Just really unfortunate that their feet got tangled. Play clock down to 2. They get it off with 1 second to spare, and Tegan is. We thought it looked like a forward pass, but they're going to say it was a fumble. But fortunately for the Titans, they hop on it. I think it was Patrick McGowan, 66, that recovered it and saved the possession. So it's 3rd and long, but it could have been even worse. We also see they're going to, looks like, well, first of all, that's the end of the quarter. So it'll be 3rd and long for the Titans to start the second quarter. So at the end of 1, it's St. Michael the Archangel 8, Trinity Episcopal 0. But I was just going to say, Parker, that they're checking out the ankle of C.J. Gray, the Titans' #1 tailback, after he was stepped on by his quarterback, Tegan Logan. So it'll be 3rd and about 20 from the 28 when we resume play here, Parker. What would you say are your key takeaways from the first quarter?
I would probably have to say the defense of both teams. Michael's done a good job of getting to the quarterback quick and causing him to have to throw the ball away early. Still got some great plays in there towards the end of that half. But for the Titans, their big thing for defense is stopping that run, which they also did a great job at toward the end of that quarter.
Yeah, and I mean, after that first St. Michael possession, it's basically been a defensive struggle. What could have been a major special teams blunder for the Warriors, they essentially averted a disaster when the punt sailed over the punter's head, but he did showed a lot of poise by chasing it down and getting off a punt that at least didn't completely flip the field position. So to me, that, and other than the obvious, which is the touchdown, to me that was the key play, is because if he doesn't get that punt off, it would have been Trinity ball at the 5-yard line. All right, big 3rd and long. Tegan has a bit of time. He finds Davion Brown, and you just saw something that you never see, which is Davion Brown with a drop. This is his 3rd year on the Trinity team, and I don't know if I've ever seen him drop a pass ever. But it's too long for a field goal and probably too short to punt. So I think the Titans are going to go ahead and go for it despite it being 4th and 20. The place kicker, Evan Goldschmidt, has ranged to about 40 yards. This would be about a 45-yarder. Play clock is expired, so it's going to be 5 more tacked on, and now 4th and 25. And with the pass rush that St. Michael has shown, I mean, I just don't know if you're going to have time back there to complete a 25-yard pass, even with the weapons that Trinity has on the outside. I think maybe the best you can hope for here is just to at least get about half of it and make the field position a little worse. And they do go short to Devion Brown, and he does pick up more than half of it. That was kind of what I was saying, is at least it takes it inside the 15. So St. Michael will take over, but it was an 18-yard gain, and that's better probably than if they'd punted it into the end zone and it would have come out to the 20. So I think Devion comes off a little frustrated. I'm sure he's still annoyed with the drop.
Yeah, like you said, it's a rare thing for Davion Brown to drop the ball wide open right there. But it might show some positives as the Titans are finding a way through the St. Michael defense.
Handoff on 1st down. He's able to turn the corner, and it's a big gain. He breaks a tackle, and a huge gain of about 33 yards. Marcus Ferguson was the ball carrier. He was finally pushed out by Josiah Walker. But a great 30-plus yard play to open the possession for the Warriors.
That was a great run by St. Michael right there. Really got through a few tackles at the beginning, then a few more at the end before he was finally got pushed out of bounds at the 46.
Yeah, I think if Josiah doesn't get him out there, he may have gone all the way. Quarterback keeps it this time, a really good fake to the fullback and an option. Austin Moyer picked up another 1st down as he gained 11. So the Titan defense has been really strong the last couple possessions, but this possession has been 2 plays, 2 first downs for St. Michael. This time they do hand it off, fumble, and a good job by Ferguson to recover his own fumble. Cole Dameron, again, the freshman, was in there making a play, and I think he's the one that stripped it.
Gain of 1 brings up 2nd and 9.
Really good job by Ferguson, though, to immediately jump on his own fumble. Passing here, there is a flag that came out.
Number 0, Matthew Holland. Penalty flag on the play.
Deuce Edwards on the coverage, gain of about 8, but we're going to see what the penalty was. I think it's going to be against the Titans. We see CJ Gray, they've been working on his ankle for a few minutes, running up and down the sidelines, and I think he looks like he's moving pretty well. So hopefully CJ will be able to go back in when the Titans retake possession. Penalty was for holding on the Titans, and I believe that it was accepted. So instead of what would have been 3rd and 2, I think it's going to be 2nd and I'm sorry, it's a 10-yard penalty. I was thinking 5, but it's a 10-yard penalty, so it's a first down. Ball's at the 34-yard line. Handoff to Ferguson. He churns. He's still on his feet. Khalid Rayner tackled him, but Ferguson picked up 6 yards.
Tackle made by number 6, Khalid Rayner. Gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 4.
Ferguson's really giving us a reminder of that first week. Northcross, their running back, got a positive yardage on every single one, and he's doing the same millions here.
This time Ferguson gets very little yardage. And
Ferguson with the carry.
Miles Love, or Michael Gibbs, one of those big fellas in there.
Number 66, Miles Love.
Third and 5. So, Parker, you said all the runs so far have been positive, and right on cue, the Titans threw him for a 1-yard loss. Good job. All right, 3rd and 5, crowd getting into it. And it's going to be timeout St. Michael, their final timeout of this first half. But I think their coaching staff wants to make sure they've got the perfect play on this 3rd down. And also the play clock was down to 1. So longtime TESPN viewers know that I sometimes I like to preserve timeouts, so sometimes I get annoyed when they get burned, but I think every yard really matters on a 3rd down play like this, so I think probably you have to burn that timeout. To the playbook looks a lot different on 3rd and 10 than it would on 3rd and 5. So, but it does leave them out of timeouts with still 8 minutes and 42 seconds left in this first half.
Get loud, fans. It's 3rd down.
Like you said earlier, Mr. Hammers, a lot of pretty big student section today, even with all the sports games. We got multiple field hockey and soccer games going, and even a volleyball game going on right now.
Yeah, field
Still a
hockey,
pretty big
soccer,
crowd.
volleyball, tennis, and cross country all in action. So that probably is like a quarter of the school is playing sports right now, but not counting the football players. Crowd definitely making some noise. They're looking to pass. It is caught. Nice grab there by Jonathan Barnett. Number 3, Ashton Lawler provided the coverage, and I got to be honest, Parker, when that ball left the hands of quarterback Austin Moyer, I thought it was going to be incomplete, but really great adjustment by Barnett to make the diving grab and a big first down for the Warriors. That one was incomplete. Coverage by KJ Harris.
Back to what you said about the previous play, you saw it come out of his hand. It was really low. The receiver made a great job of getting it down low to the ground and catching that football, securing the catch.
All right, play clock down to about 5. Warriors looking to pass again. Incomplete. Good coverage by Ashton Lawler. No flag, and that was one similar to the first possession for the Titans where there was – I mean, I think if they'd thrown a flag, it wouldn't have been an absurd call. There was a little bit of contact, but we asked for consistency, and I think we saw there because – Ashton was a little physical, but the refs kept the flag in the pocket, and it is 3rd and 10. He steps up. He's running. Wow, what a run and a first down scramble by Austin Moyer. Cole Dameron with another tackle, but the damage done by the legs of Moyer to pick up the first down.
Play results in another Warriors first down.
To the Titan 5-yard line. Deuce Edwards sprints off the field, and I think we're going to have offsides as one of the Titan defensive linemen jumped, and that's going to be half the distance and take it down inside the 3.
Half the distance to the goal. First and goal.
Snap is dropped. Cole Dameron again. And that ends up being a loss of about a yard. And that was not the quarterback we've seen, but it was a direct snap to Tyler Owens.
I don't think that was Cole Dameron. I think that was Isaiah Robinson coming in. Cole Dameron was on the opposite side of the field right there.
Thanks, Parker. Good spot. When they're that far away, it's a little hard to see the numbers. Once again, it's Owens. This time he scores as his helmet flies off in the process, but that is a touchdown for St. Michael. And we haven't really seen any sign that St. Michael has a place kicker, so I'm going to guess they'll go for 2 again. They succeeded in getting a 2-point conversion on their first possession. This time the direct snap to Ferguson. He bounces it out, and he's in. I mean, it looked like the line had him bottled up, but he found a hole out to the right. And with 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions, St. Michael leading 16-0.
Attention fans, if you have lost a prescription sports goggles, we have found them. They are located at the concession stands under the green tent in front of the Estes Pavilion. Thank you.
Well, Parker, I think still plenty of time, not even to the midpoint of the second quarter, but all of a sudden feels like this is a key possession. Titans need, I mean, they really need points, but at a minimum need to flip some field position and just build some confidence. The offense, after 28 points in the first half at Woodbury Forest, was shut out in the second half and thus far is not scratched yet in this game. Short kick is scooped up and a short return by Deuce Mason. Yeah, kicker for the Warriors is Austin Moyer, who is also their quarterback. Titan fans may remember a few years back when our quarterback Jack Toscano was also the kicker. All right, it's 1st and 10, Trinity, their own 29, trailing 16-0. And this Warrior defense probably pretty refreshed because that was a long drive and they swarmed to the ball carrier. No gain for C.J. Gray. Sean James, the big senior D lineman, was the first to get to him for a 1-yard loss.
The Titan offense has shown signs that they can get downfield a little bit as they did at the end of the first quarter, but still haven't scored. And I think what you said earlier, they really got to score right here.
This is going to be a pick six by Joyce Jean-Philippe. Tegan Logan was under a lot of pressure there and tried to throw it away with his left hand, and Jean-Philippe picked it off and took it to the house. Once again, the Warriors will attempt a two-point conversion. They've got a player running on the field here late. Of course, they have no timeouts left. Drops the snap, and it's scooped up by the Titans, but you can't return a two-point conversion in high school. So the two-point conversion is no good. That'll keep the score to 22-0. And a little over 6 minutes to go till the half. I don't think, I'm trying to remember here, but in the 4 years that we've had TESPN, I think this might be the biggest deficit, certainly at a home game, that we've seen the Titans face. So we did see last year the Titans have some comeback wins against Flint Hill, against Woodbury Forest, and against St. Christopher's. So they had 3 come-from-behind wins, including from double digits, but 22 down is a big hole that Trinity has dug itself here in the first half.
The Titans really need to score right here. We get the ball back in the second half, so if we can find a way to manage to get some points on the board right here, won't be too bad. Hopefully, after we get points, get points on the board right here, we get more points at the half.
That kick got past Deuce Mason, and it's going to be terrible field position as it went all the way down inside the 20. And Parker, it's been a while, whether it was defense, offense, or special teams, it's been a while that there's been a positive play for Trinity. I mean, it feels like the last, 8, 10 plays have all resulted in good things for St. Michael and bad things for the Titans. And also looks like, believe we have a quarterback change as well with Deacon Scogan coming in. So our spotter, Will Steele, said Tegan Logan was limping off after that pick six. So handoff to CJ Gray. CJ picked up a few yards.
A little more shoving from Davion Brown at the end of that play. Hey, Michael D. No flag on the plays. Titans gain, I think, maybe 1 yard.
That should be an offsides against St. Michael.
Offsides against the Warriors. Five-yard penalty will bring up 2nd and 3.
All right, 2nd and 3. Deacon finds Devion Brown, and he's going to break it.
There he goes.
But there's a flag. So while this is a great play for the Titans, I think it's going to be all for naught. I'm pretty sure that flag came out right at the beginning.
Oh, it is.
All right, so I guess the flag was just a sideline warning. So, wow, okay, that's a huge break, and Devion Brown goes 80 yards or so, maybe 78 yards, I think, on the wide receiver screen. And I feel bad because that was the most exciting play of the day, and I was sitting here thinking the whole time it wasn't going to count. But, hey, Deacon Scogan, way to come in, young man. And
Had the crowd cheered his name from the back of the student section. That's a great sigh of relief for Titan fans out here.
yeah, so Devion Brown, we said he came into this game with almost 500 receiving yards, and he just broke a 78-yard wide receiver screen. And just what the doctor ordered, the extra point is good by Evan Goldschmidt. So cuts the lead to 22-7. And, you know, Parker, there could be an argument there to go for two, because at some point you're going to need a 2-point conversion, you would think. You can also maybe make the argument, let's just, you know, make it 22-7. Hopefully next time we make it 22-14, and then maybe go for the two. I can see both sides on that. Maybe don't chase the points still only midway through the second quarter, and you want to keep that momentum. But the bottom line is the Titans were desperate for a big play, and they knew just who to dial it up for, and that's Devion Fat Rat Brown, one of the best players in the nation at the wide receiver position, and he showed you why there. Again, that sideline warning just means if the Titans were to have anyone on the sideline not backed off where they're supposed to be, the next time it would be a penalty.
On the flip side of what you said earlier before we talk about Davion Brown, even if we did try to go for two and didn't make it, that means we'd have to get two more straight 2-point conversions there to even tie this game. So I think going for just 1-point conversion is still good enough for the Titans right here.
Yeah, and then followed up by a great kickoff by Evan Goldschmidt that went all the way into the end zone. And this is the first time all day, I was going to say the first time that the Warriors have had not great field position. I guess there was that one where they took over at their own 15. But that time they immediately popped a 30-plus yard run. So Titans have got to now back up that touchdown with not allowing St. Michael to, of course, score or even hopefully flip the field position.
Another big drive for the Titans right here. See that the Titans can stop the run right here. That was the big thing for last drive for St. Michael.
Screen pass. Breaks a couple tackles, but great pursuit there by Jack Brotherton. And that's no gain ultimately.
By number 44, Jackson Brotherton.
And if anything, maybe a loss of a yard.
Loss of 1 brings up 2nd and 11 for the Warriors.
Well, I think that might be big. Mr. Hamill may set the tone for this defensive drive and show St. Michael we're back in this game after that big touchdown. Now loss of the yard for St. Michael.
This time quarterback keeps. There is a flag. He's broken off a great run and showing off a lot of speed. I'm thinking it's going to come back, but it's also I'm impressed with the legs of the quarterback there, Austin Moyer. Looks like some of the Warriors players are arguing their case on that holding call. But that ultimately wipes out what would have been close to, I think, about a 50-yard run by Moyer. But it's all coming back. Parker, I mentioned the Titans did have 3 come-from-behind wins last season. But even the first game this year, that Northcross game, my recollection is I think it was 14-7 Northcross at half. So the Titans have been in this position, not quite to the 22-0 that it was, but I do think you'll see these guys keep their belief and poise even when trailing. And so after that holding penalty, it's going to be 2nd and 20 from the 10. Long pass is, what a catch. Max Gardner. That was a beautiful throwing catch by the Warriors.
Play results in a first down for the Warriors.
Big play for St. Michael, get down the field and put them in better field position. Restart it downs in 1st and 10 here, not be down in negative yardage here.
The timing on that was just really impressive. And, I mean, Max Gardner, I don't believe he had a catch previous to that. And that just shows you the depth of weapons this St. Michael team has. A lot of high school teams, you can key on 1 or 2 guys, but Gardner had been their 3rd or 4th option previously and made a heck of a play on that ball. Another pass. This one's caught by Ferguson. He's got a first down. Cole Dameron with yet another tackle, and he's been a real bright spot today.
It does look to be a gain of 15, though. So either see some positives from the younger part of this defense, but still, that's still a big gain for St. Michael.
Yeah, yet another first down. About a 13-yard play. Tegan Logan is warming up. Hopefully he's okay. That was, I think they're going to say it was a lateral, I believe. I mean, it'll make the difference between a couple yards whether they say that was a lateral or not. All right, they are going to call it incomplete. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 for the Warriors.
When that ball came out of his hand, Parker, I thought it might be headed up here. That was coming right at us.
Definitely a little bit of wobble on that pass. I think he probably would have been better off to get another QB run, but look to get to his explosive running back so far.
Ferguson breaks a tackle and picks up 7. One of the Warrior linemen is down holding his knee. You don't want to see that. Cam Stannard, one of the big men up front. And trainers from both sides coming out to attend to that young man.
I think they're looking at his left knee right here. So something you definitely don't want to see as a player or a fan or a parent or anything.
So while we are awaiting the treatment for Cam Stannard, just bringing some scores from this week from some other Titan sports. Field hockey had a really big win yesterday, 6-1 at St. Catharines, as the Titan field hockey team continues its undefeated start to the season, always state tournament, state championship threat, and they're building on that tradition. Soccer with a 7-0 win over Fork Union yesterday. Good to see Cam Stannard is up. TSPN last night brought a thrilling 5-set volleyball match to you. The Titans ultimately falling just short against St. Anne's Belfield, but fall sports are in full swing here. Already mentioned cross country as a meet today. They're up at Woodbury Forest. Volleyball has another home game against Virginia Episcopal School. And JV soccer, JV field hockey away, as well as tennis playing Norfolk Academy today in a big state matchup. All right, 3rd and 3. Good to see Cam Stannard walk off under his own power. Late sub coming off for the Warriors. Titans maintaining their discipline. Warriors do not get the play off in time. They had no timeouts, of course. We talked about that. I think they were trying to call one, but they don't have one. So it's a key 5-yard penalty. But the big man, Stannard, who just was attended to, is jogging back on. So really happy for him that when he held his knee, I was very concerned that might be a more serious injury, but he is right back out there, and it looks like he's the center, I think. All right, 3rd and 8. Play clock again under 5. They do get it off this time, and it's batted and picked up. Ultimately dropped. Keon Montgomery thought he had the pick, but a great play by the Warriors to knock it out of his hand. And they're showing what looks to be punt team coming in.
It's 4th and long for the Warriors.
So they are going to line up to punt. Of course, we already mentioned the punter is also the quarterback. And it is that spot on the field where a fake might not be out of the realm. They are going to fake it. And the pass is caught. Wow, what a throw and catch. Max Gardner, who had a huge catch earlier in the possession, with a 31-yard coverage, or 31-yard catch, I should say.
31-yard reception, play results in the first down.
What a throw.
You see right there, that's the advantage having a quarterback as a kicker right there. I mean, quarterback for
Bad
St.
snap
Michael,
here. And that's going to go for a loss. But the Warriors have had several bad snaps, but every time they've managed to recover. I think that's at least the fourth time.
Loss of 4 on the play.
Jordan Stith did make the tackle for the loss there. As we wind down, around 2 minutes to go in the first half. They're looking up top. Broken up. Great coverage by Josiah Walker, as Deontay Johnson, who was much taller than Josiah, but he did a great job.
Big sigh of relief for Titan fans. You saw that ball go up, and I think my receivers have been playing so great today, and great coverage there. Just break it out at the last second. Forcing a third down for St. Michael's. Hopefully you get a stop right here. Big play.
Yeah, huge 3rd and goal. Good pass rush and incomplete. Another lineman down, or at least slow to get up, but he is getting up. Perez Sanders took him a minute, but he is up. So 4th and goal. Warriors have shown no sign of a place kicker. They've gone for 2 every touchdown, so I don't think they'd be kicking a field goal here. And Parker Boyd, I got to tell you, this is the biggest play of the game so far. You already mentioned the Titans get the ball to start the second half. If they could get a stop here, that would really keep them in this game. But the receiver is wide open. Touchdown, St. Michael. Number 11, Tyler Owens. He was wide open. I don't know if that was a blown coverage.
Might have just been to get some extra pressure. Try to get to the quarterback a little quicker and force a sack here, but it just left the guy wide open, just walked right on in for a touchdown. Not what you want to see for a Titan fan. Now 7-28, St. Michael.
And, of course, they'll go for 2, as has been their decision each of the 4 times they've scored today. Tyler Owens takes the snap and throws it incomplete. Tyler is the one who had the touchdown. So there is a flag, I think, in the end zone.
Penalty flag on the play. Holding against Trinity.
Defensive holding, so the Warriors are going to have another opportunity here to go for 2.
We will retry the 2-point conversion.
And even the most optimistic Titan fan, if you're looking for a comeback, these conversions are huge if you do the math. Another bad snap, and it's recovered by the Titans. I think that's Jordan Stith. So the 2-point conversion, no good. And, too bad that didn't happen on the 4th down play. But trying to stay optimistic here, Parker. Titans will get the ball back with just under 2 minutes to go and 2 timeouts. They could get it. They get in the end zone here and then get it to start the second half. I mean, I think with the weapons that the Titans have, they're still in this game. They just got to make those stops on 3rd and 4th down, and that's really been the difference. And also be interesting to see if Tegan Logan is able to go back in the game. He limped off, the 3-year starting quarterback. Then he was replaced for the possession by Deacon Scogan, who threw the touchdown pass, but he's been warming up, and I'm getting word from the sideline. I was told he may go back in, but I have a feeling he will give it a go at least and see what he can do. Another short kick, fielded by Deuce Mason. He looks to reverse field. He breaks a tackle, breaks a couple. Pretty decent return, but it was mostly east-west. So they'll take over at the 33. And Tegan is not going in, so it is the 9th grader, or I'm sorry, Deacon is a 10th grader. 10th grader, Deacon Scogan. But hey, he's 1 for 1 with a touchdown.
We do still have a little bit of time left in the clock at 1:42, and we saw the explosiveness of Davion Brown. Got down the field quick and scored in under a minute for the last Titan offense set of downs. So hopefully get a little more of that right here.
Good throw by Deacon. It's going to be caught for a first down by Deuce Mason. Tackle made by Matthew Holland. And one thing I'm really curious about, because we know I know, having talked to the coaches, they have a lot of faith in Deacon, but running this 2-minute drill with your backup quarterback, as great as Deacon is, I mean, he just hasn't been in these situations a lot. But that's a good-looking pass up top for Isaiah Robinson, but he was very well covered by Jermaine Gilliam.
Didn't have the room to get full explosive exposure for Isaiah Robinson right there. But showing Deacon, he's doing pretty well.
2nd and 10. Yeah, I mean, it was a nice looking throw. Isaiah definitely was covered well, though. He's going to get almost sacked. It's going to end up being incomplete. A late flag came in. It is holding on the Titans, and I think that was a good call. And it was Joshua Jackson who got held, and he's been just a menace in the Titan backfield several times today. They are going to accept the penalty. So it will be 2nd and 20. 1:13 to go.
2nd and long for the Titans.
Deacon. Pass broken up by Remington Moss. As Deacon intended for Devion Brown there. But I'm impressed with Deacon's arm strength. I mean, he's got some real zip on that ball. That was a heck of a play by Moss to get a hand in and break it up.
Yeah, it was a great pass, just even better covered right there for Michaels. 3rd and long here, see what happens.
Devion Brown with a catch, but only gained about 3, and Titans are going to have to punt. He also stepped out of bounds, stopping the clock, and St. Michael still has about a minute. They are out of timeouts, of course, so Titans are going to need Hugh Stone to come up with a good punt here.
Hugh Stone on to punt.
Because if St. Michael gets good field position, I imagine they'll try and go with the hurry-up offense and get back in again. It's a high punt. It's not very long. And it's down at the 35 by Ben Rosen. So that is a 25-yard punt, but no return.
1st and 10 Warriors from their own.
So with 52 seconds left, you see the explosiveness of St. Michael offense. So see if they try to run the ball, get upfield quickly. With this explosive runs they've had earlier, or go for the deep ball like they've done the last few drives.
They're looking to throw. And it's complete. Austin Moyer connects with Matthew Holland for a 12-yard gain. And that first down stops the clock, at least until they are able to move the chains. Now the clock is started, but you can see, I mean, St. Michael not content to go in just up by 21. They're trying to press it and even extend the lead. And it's intercepted. It's picked off by Ashton Lawler. And Ashton returns it inside the 40, and what a hit there by KJ Harris. Ball popped out, and Ashton Lawler caught it. And I think at first Ashton Lawler didn't know what to do with it, but that is a heck of a hit by KJ Harris, a clean hit.
Great timing on that hit. Right when the ball got there, he got it down, not causing a pass interference, and Paul just came straight up and moved the Titans downfield. And they got about 16 seconds to go down. See if they could get a quick and long pass off, maybe to Davion Brown. See if they get at least a few more points on the board before the half.
Yeah, so we have an injury timeout. One of the Warriors is down, but KJ Harris with the defensive play of the half, with the hit to separate the receiver from the ball, and then it fortuitously went right to senior linebacker Ashton Lawler, and Ashton returned it for about 25 yards and gives the Titans an opportunity to maybe get something here before halftime. They do have 2 timeouts, so they can throw it, into the middle of the field. As you mentioned, Parker, look for the weapons like Davion Brown, Isaiah Robinson, Braxton Brooks, who's had a long touchdown earlier this season. Hope the young man is okay for the Warriors. I thought it was maybe just cramps, but it looks like they are gonna help him up here. That's a good sign. And it's going to get a little help coming off the field. So that's not as good a sign, but
right leg. He is walking a little bit up here.
still Deacon Scogan at quarterback. Try and find out at halftime if there's any chance of Tegan returning.
1st and 10 Titans from the Warriors' 38-yard line.
And Tegan still has his helmet on and holding a football, so that's a good sign. I mean, usually they'll take your helmet if you're done for sure. Big hit there was delivered as Isaiah Robinson was another good throw by Deacon, but great coverage by the Warriors. Jermaine Gilliam and Remington Moss combined for a big hit on Isaiah Robinson. 11 seconds to go in the half as the shadows creep across the turf here at Aycock Stadium. Flag on the play. Offsides on the defense, so this does get the Titans a little bit closer. I think Deacon can get it to the end zone. Based on what I've seen from his arm, that, if they can give him some protection.
Prior play, there was a lot better protection than we've seen previously in this game, and that was just another great pass. Just no really good coverage from the defense. So see what they go with here.
Going deep. It's a Good looking throw, but it's broken up just at the last second. Protection was good, the throw was good, and the defense was just a little bit better. It was intended for Braxton Brooks. He had a half step, but a great job by the DB there. Believe that's number 2, Sean Turner.
Yeah, I think he just probably barely overthrew as our offsides, but probably play. He did have a hand on it, and then coverage got to him and just knocked the ball out of his hands. But still, another great throw from Deacon Gogan.
And another offsides by the Warriors. It gives the Titans first down. That doesn't really matter because they only have time for at most 2 plays with 6 seconds left. One play for sure, and then if it takes only 4 or 5 seconds, they might get 2 shots at this. They're going up top. Should be 1 second left when that ball hit the turf, so they will get one more shot. There's a late flag that came in as well. Personal foul on the defense. So, the Titans are marching down the field without doing it themselves. They're getting a lot of help right now from the Warriors, who really are shooting themselves in the foot. And, gosh, if Trinity could score here, what a boost it would be. So the ball was at the 28. Now they've changed it, so it's actually against Trinity. So that's a huge difference. He originally signaled it was against the defense. So instead now of that one last play with 1 second being from the 28, or had it been on the Warriors, it would have been from the 14. Instead, it's all the way back to the 43. Titans have 3 receivers out to the right. See if they can give Deacon time. They actually go with a wide receiver screen. Devion Brown has some blockers, but he is brought down at the 20. So at the half, the score, St. Michael the Archangel 28, Trinity Episcopal 7. Parker, it's going to take a heck of a comeback for the Titans here in the second half. We will see if they can do it, though. And please stick around. I think it is going to be an exciting second half for sure. We'll take a break for about 12 minutes here, and we will be back to bring you the second half action in a few. Stick around.
Don't forget, Titan Nation, head on over to the Estes Pavilion
Welcome back. Titans set to receive the second half kickoff. 21-point deficit, but I was able to catch a little bit of the locker room talk, and I think optimism is high that they can put some things together and come back in this game. This program, as Titan fans know, has won a whole lot of games over these last several years, so there are some young men in gray that know how to get the job done, but it's going to be a heck of a challenge. St. Michael, the Archangel, has come down from Fredericksburg and was pretty dominant in the first half and just would not allow the Titans to get any momentum. Kickoff is fielded by Devion Brown. He uses his speed to give the Titans good field position out across the 40.
Titans, early in the first quarter, they definitely showed some signs of potential here and there. Backup quarterback, Deke Gogan's been playing great in the second quarter. So see if we get something going here. Get Davion Brown working like he did towards the end of the second quarter. And just string a couple of passes together.
Yeah, Parker, I think this first possession, you pretty much have to score. CJ Gray back in, good run, picks up a first down across midfield, and it's exactly how you want to start the second half, and not just with the about 17-yard gain or so, but just the body language of CJ Gray and the linemen. They look like a team that is ready to fight and make this a game. Another good run by CJ and good blocking by his O-line to create a hole. And it's an 8-yard gain.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Great runs to start off possession by CJ Gray. Definitely hoping Titan offense can get that up.
Nice run there, and that is Carson Parks. I believe that's Carson's first carry of the game, and he showed a real burst of pace. Another first down, takes it inside the 25, and timeout called by St. Michael. So, Parker, we know they really burned through their timeouts in the first half and already using one here just a minute and 6 seconds into the second half. Parker, we didn't really have a huge chance to talk about, just what do you see as keys to a possible second half comeback?
Definitely think this offense needs to keep just rolling down the field. We've had some great plays of deep balls and find the receivers downfield, but that was few often plays and not in a row. I think that's their big key for the offense is just continuously moving downfield, keeping the pressure on this defense. And as they've shown early in this third quarter, they put the pressure on the defense, and they've gotten downfield pretty quickly. Just over a minute, and they've gone down about 40 yards down, 30, 40 yards downfield.
Yeah, so 1st and 10 from the 22. Another handoff to Carson Parks. He picked up a solid gain. Picked up 6 yards. Hard hit by Remington Moss, who was really impressive in the first half with several pass breakups. Deacon Scogan pass to Devion Brown. Brown reverses field. He's going to have the first down. He's inside the 10. finally pushed out of bounds at the 6. It'll be first and goal.
Results in another Titans first down. First and goal from the 6 for Trinity.
CJ Gray is thrown for a loss and really looked
Tackle made by number 11, Tyler Owens.
like the Warriors just had that play sniffed out. Quick official timeout with, I think, a helmet that came off, but CJ had nowhere to go there, and that was a loss of 4 or 5. Second and goal just outside the 10. Fumble. Recovered by Joshua Jackson. He has been a beast for St. Michael the Archangel today. Several sacks. Second forced fumble. And all that momentum that the Titans were building, driving down to the 6, is gone very quickly.
Definitely the opposite. Hey, fan wants to. Momentum just went right back to St. Michael.
Yeah, Joshua Jackson has about 4 sacks, 6 QB hurries, forced 2 fumbles, and I believe it was he had the hit that led to the interception that was a pick 6 as well. Marcus Ferguson, who had a good first half for St. Michael, picked up a couple on first down.
Tackle made by number 53, Jordan Stitt.
Jordan Stith with the tackle.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Warriors look to pass. It is complete behind the line of scrimmage. And a good tackle there by Deuce Edwards. A gain of only a couple. And it's going to be 3rd and 6.
It's 3rd and 6.
In all these key plays so far, Parker, whether it's been 3rd downs for the Warriors or 3rd down for the Titans, St. Michael keeps making the key plays, and they're going to call another timeout. I mean, they do not mind burning through their timeouts. They only have 1 left.
I really think we're going to have to stop the St. Michael's offense right now. They cannot let them get any more yards because they've shown with their running backs and with the big arm on their quarterback that they can make that 4th down conversion.
Yeah, and I mean, at a certain point, time just becomes a factor when you're trailing by 3 possessions. Of course, Titans have quick strike ability, and we saw them strike quickly on the 1 touchdown that Trinity did score. But you guess maybe you got 5 more possessions, so the more clock that the Warriors can bleed, the less opportunities you're going to have to cut into that lead. All right, 3rd and 6. They go with a screen, And he's going to get it. It's well blocked, well designed play.
Warrior pass complete to number 3, Jonathan Barnett. Gain of 8 results in a Warriors first down.
Got to give a lot of credit to St. Michael. Seems like every time they've needed to make a big play, they have. Quarterback keeps it, breaks a tackle, and falls forward. Looked like he didn't have much running room, but he still managed to pick up 6 yards on the play.
Gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 4.
Pass is caught across midfield. It's going to be another first down. Deontay Johnson with the catch.
Warriors pass complete to number 10, Deontay Johnson.
Trey Cherry, Keon Montgomery combined for the tackle.
Trey Cherry.
Offense is ready to get the ball out quick. I mean, there was definitely some pressure from the Titan defense, and they just got it out. And just with either just a gain of 5 yards, still got another first down. Take the clock going down, like you said. Time's gonna be valuable after Titans. Not getting much of it.
Austin Moyer's pass complete to number 0, Matthew Holland.
Moyer completes another pass to Matthew Holland, and Austin Moyer has had a great day at the quarterback position for St. Michael, the Archangel. Running and passing and punting and fake punting and passing. He's done a little bit of everything on the offensive end. They're going deep. Another perfect pass, and that's going to be a touchdown
Warriors pass completed to number 4,
to Max Gardner.
for a Warriors touchdown.
And some of these throws by Austin Moyer, I mean, it looks like he just drops them in, just perfect placement and great protection.
That was great. Route from the wide receiver, I think it was Max Gardner there for the Warriors, and really just got past our defense and just got to the end zone quick and strike again, and now 7-34.
Warriors will go for 2, and looks like the play clock ran out on them there, so that will be a delay a game, and they'll have to try this point after from the 8-yard line. And yeah, just about 3 minutes ago or so, Parker, it looked like the Titans were about to get in the end zone, cut into this lead, and instead St. Michael gets the stop and then goes the other way to extend the lead, and 2-point conversion is good.
Warriors pass completed to number 3, Jonathan Barnett, for a successful 2-point conversion.
Jonathan Barnett catches the 2-point conversion.
6:39 remaining in the third quarter.
36-7.
Trinity 7.
Well, you said it a few times now, but this drive right here is really going to be the most important drive of the game right now. They have to score.
Yeah.
If they don't, it's going to be a lot harder with probably be just the fourth quarter left to score four or five touchdowns to get the lead and have to stop the Warriors' offense, have quick 3-and-outs, and that's not an easy task as we've seen so far in this game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I believe in this Titan team and coaching staff as much as anyone, but if they don't score a touchdown here, it just doesn't work for the math with time and score. Heck of a return by Devion Brown, and he has
Davion Brown with the return.
done everything certainly that he can today to
First and 10 Titans.
give the Titans opportunities. He scored a touchdown. He's had a lot of big plays. He did have the one uncharacteristic drop, but nice return. It's going to be good field position at the 45, and Tegan Logan returns to the game, so good to see QB1 Tegan Logan coming back after being out for a couple possessions. Hands off to CJ Gray. CJ picked up 6 yards across midfield. The running game's been pretty effective. It's just, unfortunately, when you're down 4 scores and these running plays keep the clock moving, so it's unfortunate because the running game looks good, but you can only do but so much of it. And now also, to make matters even worse, Devion Brown limping off the field. CJ Gray picked up 3 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 1.
Number 24, Remington Moss.
Davion Brown had a little bit of a limp in his step after that return. Looked to continue the game, and then after that previous play, he had to come out of the game. It looks like his ankle that they're looking at, maybe his foot.
Sean James, the defensive lineman for the Warriors, is down. He was a little slow to get up after the previous play, and now he's down. And see the trainer working on Devion Brown's foot. Parker, I think at our last football broadcast, you mentioned that you were excited for the, at that point, upcoming 9th grade camping trip. So how was it?
It was a fun time. We definitely had great bonding experiences with everybody. Really got to know everybody a lot better. In the last few weeks, kind of looking back on it, we didn't think it was the best at that time, but looking back at it, we had a great time.
Yeah, that is a long-time Trinity tradition. I went back in 9th grade, and Ash went, and it's part of the 9th grade experience. Yeah, I loved it. All right, 3rd and 1. Titans trying to keep this drive going. That's a lot of individual effort by CJ Gray to get back to the line of scrimmage as he had nowhere to run. So it'll be 4th and 1.
Brings up 4th and 1 Titans.
Tegan Logan keeps, fights. Boy, that is going to be really close. I think he got the first down, but it is awfully close. No, they're not even going to measure. One of the side judges, I thought, had it marked a little further forward, but he ends up short.
First and 10 Warriors from their own 46.
So next week the Titans go up to Flint Hill up in Northern Virginia, a team that we saw last year in the state semifinals, a game that came down to a last-second field goal by kicker Evan Goldschmidt and a Titan 2-point victory. So barring a miraculous comeback here, they're going to come in on a 2-game losing streak. A little trickeration. That's a lateral. That's a live ball. Cole Dameron, who's been a real bright spot for the Titans today, was able to throw down Austin Moyer for what ended up being an 11-yard loss, as the Warriors got a little tricky there as they tried to throw it back to the quarterback, but it was not a great throw. But yeah, that Flint Hill game next week on the road is going to be just massive with what appears likely to be a 2-game losing streak. And I don't know, the last time that this football program here lost 2 in a row, it has got to go back several years. It's a handoff, not much there. Keon Montgomery with the tackle of Marcus Ferguson's carry there. Ferguson gained 3 yards, makes it 3rd and 18. Warriors back to pass. He's pressured. Fights off Jack Brotherton, almost intercepted. And Cole Dameron with the great coverage. He was hoping for maybe offensive pass interference, as looked like Matthew Holland actually kind of got there and pushed Dameron so he didn't get the pick. Holland has stayed down, cramping up, which we figured was likely to happen at some point on a warm day.
Cole Dameron could hold on to the ball up and get the ball back. I mean, if you're a Titans coach, you definitely think this third quarter have gone by way too fast. Only 3 minutes left on the clock in this third quarter, and not much time left if the Titans are going to make an attempt to win this game. Definitely can't left for them to confer on now what is 4th down and runs.
Austin Moyer back to punt for the Warriors.
Yeah, it's Deuce Edwards back to return. It's a pretty good punt. Fair catch made by Deuce at the the 33.
First and 10 Titans from their own 33-yard line.
Davion looking frustrated not being able to get back to his game on the sideline. Still being looked at by the trainer, and I think it is his ankle. So hopefully they can get him back to this game, because his explosiveness and speed to get downfield is huge for the Titans offense, especially if they have to score quick and a lot.
You're right, Parker. They do need to score quick and a lot. Take over at the 33. Huey Stone goes in motion. Another good run by C.J. Gray, and he picked up about 8 yards. He's been a positive, bit of a silver lining in what's otherwise been not a great day for the Titans. But CJ's run well. He had to go out for a little bit, get an ankle taped, but he looks no worse for the wear. Unfortunately, there was nowhere for CJ to go that time, and Joshua Jackson,
Tackle made by number 51, Joshua Jackson.
he has been incredible. The defensive end
3rd and 4 for the Titans.
causing all sorts of havoc and chaos. And I think he's what you would describe as a game wrecker. It's what you and I, Parker, as Commanders fan, hoped Chase Young was going to be. Long pass. He's got Deuce Mason, and Deuce with a good catch. Lovely throw by Tegan Logan. About a 25-yard gain and a first down.
Play results in a Titans first down.
And down by this much, you definitely expect them to throw the ball more, but that pressure has been hard to get the ball out quickly. You know, you just had another catch for the Titan offense, Isaiah Robinson. It's been hard to get a few good passes, catches in a row. But hopefully that's a sign that they can keep the passing game going.
Still good crowd. Not many people have left early. Tegan escapes the rush and finds a receiver who dropped it. And that was Deuce Mason. That just sort of sums up this game. Every time the Titans look like they're about to break through, they either can't finish the play or the Warriors make a play.
Tegan Logan did a great job of escaping the rush. He got out a little bit out of the pocket and made a great throw to Deuce Mason, but unable to bring the ball in.
Another good throw by Tegan to Isaiah Robinson. And, you know, one bright spot is Tegan Logan, since he's come back in, has looked great. It looks like he's, you know, limping a little bit. Went out with probably his ankle, I think, on that one, the pick six, when he got really driven into the ground. But he's come back and thrown the ball nicely the last couple possessions. Hand off to Carson Parks. Carson picked up 3 yards. There's Joshua Jackson pressuring again. Tegan gets rid of it to Carson Parks, and Carson gets it inside the 10 for a first down.
I think you definitely have to get it.
Yeah.
By the end. Anything in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to be able to score on every possession at this point. There is another Warrior down, and I mean, I will say, you know, Parker, you look over at that Warrior bench. I mean, they don't have many players, so fatigue could be a factor. From a Titan standpoint, my fear would be the hole is just too big to dig out of. But you're 100% right. A touchdown on this possession is a must to even entertain a sliver of hope for a comeback. I do think, unfortunately, Devion Brown's day, I think, is done. He is got his foot iced and shoe still off.
last broadcast we against North Cross, there's a lot of cramping with the shortened roster for North Cross as well, and it looks like that's to be the case right now for St. Michael's, as there's a few players stretching on the field, as they're still got that player they're looking at, probably just cramping at the moment.
Yeah, the young man coming off the field, it looks like maybe he's trying to stretch his arm out, so it might be a shoulder kind of a situation. Shoulder worked well enough to throw his helmet down. He looked pretty upset. I think that's Cam Blue, who's had a few nice plays. High snap. Handled by Tegan, a good hole for Carson Parks to run into, and that is a touchdown. Titans, Carson Parks with the score.
Oh, back on the board, their second touchdown of the day, and if they keep offense, I think they're going to go for just.
Yeah, Evan Goldschmidt, the kicker, runs onto the field.
Goldschmidt on for the PAT.
The kick is good.
The kick is good.
So, Parker, you said
30 seconds remaining here in the
at
third
the injury timeout
quarter. St. Michael,
a couple minutes ago, Trinity wanted to have any chance to win this game. They had to get in there, and they did. So back to a 3-possession game. Of course, you need a 2-point conversion somewhere in there as well. But I do think fatigue, a little bit of a factor for the Warriors. Titans' run game looks great.
Yeah, there's definitely been positives. Cole Dameron's been a great bright spot for this game. The Titan defense and the run game has looked really good so far. It's just unfortunately too much of the passing game going. They've got a little bit of it going towards the end of the third quarter, but it's a little bit too late.
And St. Michael deserves a lot of credit. I mean, they have tackled well, blocked well, pressured the quarterback. And that's not even to speak of all their playmakers on the outside and the amazing play of the quarterback. So, bit of an onside kick, fielded cleanly, good tackle. Carson Parks
Kickoff recovered by number 6, Jermaine Gilliam.
did a nice job getting down there, and
Tackle made by
it
number
was
7.
well fielded by Jermaine Gilliam. I mean, Evan Goldschmidt did a nice job, had that thing bouncing, and looked like it was going to maybe be a little tough to handle. So,
First and 10 Warriors from their own 35.
Titans make an attempt to grab the ball out of the hands of St. Michael player right there, trying to get turnover, score quickly, and make this closer game. I think we really need hopefully a turnover. I don't think it would happen how well this offense is playing, but lead case we need a 3-and-out right here.
yeah.
Michael's gonna make a pretty long attempt. Trying to run the clock.
Draw play to Ferguson. Tackled for no gain. Tackle made by
Tackle made by number 15, Ben Rosen.
Ben Rosen. I think Mason Love was in there as well. And that is going to be the last play of the third quarter. So, all right, Parker Boyd, we got to hope for a miraculous fourth quarter here.
of the third quarter.
Our
starting to diminish their student section.
Update from other athletics around Trinity.
it's still
Varsity volleyball
pretty good
has
crowd
one set
considering the
to
score.
love over in the Estes Athletic Facility.
No, I was about to say, so the way the schedule worked out this year, only 3 home football games. This is the second of those 3. We had a 4th one scheduled that the school canceled on us late, unfortunately. So just 1 home game left, October 19th against St. Christopher's, big prep league game and one of our main Richmond rivals. It's Saturday, homecoming, October 19th. It'll be a 1 o'clock start. But we got to wait a while for that to be back up in this press box. So hopefully Willie can enjoy these last 12 minutes here and see the Titans try and make a comeback. It's going to require, I think, a 3 and out. It's 2nd and 9. They do throw. It is caught. Not much running room,
Warriors pass, completion number 3.
but a strong run by Jonathan Barnett, and he picked up 5 yards.
By number 11, Mason Love.
Mason Love on the tackle, 3rd and 4.
Gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 4.
Pass incomplete. Good coverage.
Warriors pass,
4th and 4.
Jonathan Barnett. Ball's incomplete.
Offensive stay on the field, so probably you're getting to play and
4th down.
try
for the
to
Warriors.
block more stuff there on the incomplete pass.
Yeah, now it does look like Moyers is going to punt. Of course, in a game full of key plays, the fake punt maybe was the biggest one of them all,
Set to return for the Titans.
as Moyers lined up at punter but threw a perfect 30-plus yard bomb. He does punt it this time. It's high, fair catch by Deuce Edwards. And look, all you could ask for was a 3 and out, and they got it. And Titans will take over at the 34.
So the Titans do need 3 touchdowns here, and then at least 1 2-point conversion to even just tie this game. So right now it's going to have to be a really quick drive downfield if they're going to keep it close.
First and 10, Trinity.
Play action. Tegan Logan keeps it. Runs for a first down. And so on that first play from scrimmage, he picked up 13 yards.
Gain of 13 yards on the play.
Still limping a little bit, but Tegan is such a tough kid. I mean, Parker, you, of course, it's your first year here, but I mean, the pain he played through last year all over his body is amazing. And a good carry by Carson Parks for another 10 yards, awfully close to a first down. And they are going to move the chain, so
10 play results in another Titan.
That prior play, he did a great job. He didn't see anybody open. Instead of trying to get a pass off that could have been intercepted with the great coverage that was shown, he saw a space open for him to go, and he got the first down. And
here we go. Deuce Mason, he goes all the way, but
Flag.
there is a flag.
For a Titans touchdown. Penalty flag on the play.
And I'm going to I'm positive it's going to be a hold out there on that wide receiver screen, which, man, Deuce looked awfully quick taking that ball to the house. It is holding.
Holding against the Titans.
That would have been amazing for the Titan offense. Take about only a minute to get that third touchdown, and only a touchdown game, but unfortunately, he's going to have to come back.
Yeah, so it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So the foul must have happened about 9 yards ahead of the line of scrimmage, because it's going to be 1st and 11. But at least still, I mean, it was encouraging to see the speed of Deuce Mason. And that's something to look for. They fake the wide receiver screen, and this time Tegan's going to take off, and he's got big yards, first down, and quite a bit more, all the way inside the 20. And tell you what, Parker, the Titans are still fighting.
Play results in another Titans first down.
It really shows who wants to be out there. Keep on going, even if they're down 3 touchdowns right now. They're still striving to get down there.
Yeah, it's still over 10 minutes to go. Huey Stone goes in motion. Handoff to C.J. Gray. C.J. picks up more positive yards. He gained 8.
Tackle made by number 11, Tyler Owens.
It'll be 2nd and 2 from the 11.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Pressure on Tegan. He connects. I believe that's Deuce Edwards. It is. That's another first down.
Number 2, Deuce Edwards.
And all these first downs, at least stop the clock
First down.
temporarily and allow the Titans to move the ball forward. 1st and goal. Pass was a little low. Good coverage there by Sean Turner. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Deuce Edwards.
Clock is going to stop at
Number 2, Sean
5 minutes, 27 seconds here. 2nd
Second goal, Trinity.
Titans.
C.J. Gray tackled for a loss.
Gray with the carry.
Jace Jean-Philippe with the tackle. Yeah. And it's 3rd and goal. Oh, that's gotta be pass interference. I mean, he pulled his jersey.
At least got to be a horse cut. There it goes.
No, I think that's going to be, Coach Mickens, remember there was already the sideline warning, so he is going to, I think that's going to be against the Titans, but, we don't talk about the officials on here, but that was the most obvious pass interference I could ever see.
Really wrapped his hands around his neck and pulled him down. Did a great pass by Tegan, and that's huge. Offense. So many things have not gone towards the Titans' way this day, man. That just goes to show us they're taken back to the 25. Look.
Yeah, it's 4th and goal. Tegan's pass is broken up. intended for Deuce Edwards. And it'll turn back over to the Warriors.
Well, you imagine with Warriors offense now is probably just going to run the ball and not trying to get any turnovers, give any entertaining thought of pick six or fumble.
Third and final timeout.
Bring it back for a touchdown.
Yeah, so St. Michael, for the third time today, burns a timeout as they start an offensive possession, and they've been so impressive, but I imagine that's something they're going to want to clean up going forward. I mean, this St. Michael team, I think, is a real state title contender. They beat Benedictine, who is the defending state champion. They're 3 touchdowns ahead of Trinity, who's the runner-up from last year. So, I mean, I think this team has the potential to win a title, but also in a close game, all these timeouts they've used, that's something they just got to clean up as the season progresses. So they're out of timeouts.
First and 10 Warriors from their own 20.
That's really been the only thing that they need to work on. They've played an amazing game, and it's just haven't found much of a way. When things start to look like they're turning their way, it just stops. The progression just stops and it's taken back. You want flag or drop ball.
Nice job there, getting into the backfield and tackle for a loss. Michael Gibbs, I think, with the tackle.
55, Michael Gibbs.
And Parker, I think you're right. I mean, the Warriors are going to try and bleed the clock as much as possible. And they don't really need more points now. The clock is their friend. They look for a screen there. Another great tackle. And the Titan defense has played fantastic in the second half.
For a gain of 1 yard.
Good tackle by Deuce Edwards on the pass to Jace Jean-Philippe.
This defense has played really well, and they've given the offense the opportunity. The offense has done pretty well. They scored pretty quickly on their second drive of the quarter. It's just that no flag call at the end.
And
Almost picked off.
yeah, 3rd and long, great coverage, and
Warriors pass intended for number 0, Matt.
Warriors are going to have to punt. I think that's the 3rd straight 3 and out by the Titan D. So they've really stepped up in the second half. I think just a shame that Trinity's dug such a hole. But again, that's largely due to the excellent play in the first half of the Warriors. Punt is caught by Deuce Edwards. He's looking to reverse field, and he's still on his feet. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 45 or so. So we'll be good field position for the Titans with 7:05 to go.
Trinity from the Warriors 45.
The field completely in the shade now, and temperatures dropped quite a bit since the game started. Feels really nice now. And should be a good night for some high school football around the area in this Richmond region. Tegan looks to run again. It's another positive run, and he picks up another first down. And ever since Tegan Logan has come back in, he's shown a real threat with his legs.
Gain of 9.
Actually going to mark him just short of the first down. So 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1. That was a long, looked like backwards pass that was caught by Deuce Mason, and Deuce had to work really hard to get back up close to the line of scrimmage. Lost a yard, but it could have been a lot worse. But also, you know, at this point, Parker, any play that keeps the clock moving is not ideal. Third and 2, C.J. Gray did not get it. He needed 2. He only got 1.
Off the field again.
Injury timeout.
This one thing isn't getting any worse. CJ Gray's had such a great game.
Yeah, that was a painful looking tackle. He got really twisted. And struggling to get off. But he is walking off.
Fourth and 1 for the Titans.
Yeah, 4th and 1. Gotta have this. Carson Parks easily gets the first down, and he did a nice job exploding through the hole to pick that up.
7 results in another Titans first down.
7-yard gain, and Titans inside the 30 of St. Michael. This time nothing doing for Parks as he runs for no gain.
Tackle made by number 11, Tyler Owens.
Another Trinity Athletics news. I think JV field hockey came away and
Nice. You got some friends on that team?
classmates.
Nice. Well, that's a great catch by Isaiah Robinson, and he fought for a lot more yards. Really great strength shown there by Isaiah.
There's a flag thrown and another injured warrior on the field.
The flag is going to be for roughing the passer, so that'll put the ball inside the 10, and
15-yard penalty added to the end of the play. Injury timeout.
there, as you said, Parker, another Warrior player down. Don't know if that's just cramp.
Looking forward to next week. We're just hoping that our injured players right now, Davion Brown and C.J. Gray, will be healthy enough for next game. As you said, it's going to be a really important game if they're going to bounce back and look to get a decent team for the postseason.
No, absolutely, and also the big junior tight end, Sam DiFrancesca, who's been out. He got hurt in that North Cross game, but he tells me he won't be back next week, but he is hopefully tracking to be back for the following game against St. Christopher. So I mentioned earlier we had a cancellation kind of late in the season, or in the scheduling season back in the late spring, early summer. So Titans, after next week's game, actually have 2 straight byes, which is very unusual. But like you said, hopefully if you can get through next week, it'll be a challenging game up at Flint Hill, but give them a chance to heal up and hopefully make a run in the last 3 games, all against Vista Division I competition, St. Christopher's Catholic, and the finale at Benedictine.
First and goal, Titans.
All right, first and goal from the 7. The clock is ticked under 5 minutes to play. Throw is caught. What a grab on the back shoulder throw.
Titans.
Touchdown Titans. Isaiah Robinson
Logan pass complete to number 14.
from Tegan Logan.
For a Trinity
Great catch there.
touchdown.
And I think they are going to go ahead and go for that 2-point conversion now. 4.5 minutes to go. What a catch by Isaiah. It was about as far from us as it could be, but it looked like he went up with one hand, his left hand, and brought it down. And the senior UVA commit has given the fans in Charlottesville a lot to look forward to in the coming years. Yeah, with a one-handed grab. They fake the reverse, looking. It's caught, but I don't think he was in.
Pass intended for number 7, Carson Park.
Carson Parks caught it. Tegan is down. He's limping off. Didn't see what happened at the end of that play.
I think he might have been hit late. There's definitely a lot of pressure in his face as he got that throw off. And just can't get it.
2-point conversion is unsuccessful. 4:31 remaining here in the fourth quarter. The score, St. Michael 36, Trinity 20.
Yeah, I went back and looked. He got hit down low at the end of that play. And then a second defender came in, and I don't know, Tegan now being attended to by
Evan Goldschmidt on the kick for
Dr. Steve Reese, team doctor, and Trinity legend. All right, so that touchdown cut it to 16, came up just inches short on the 2-point conversion. And I expect some sort of onside kick, as so does the Warriors, as they've got a lot of guys up. And flags. I think the Titans believe jumped off sides there.
offsides against the Titans. Five-yard penalty. We will redo the kickoff.
All right, so that was offsides, and Goldschmidt will try again a few, or not a few, 5 yards back after the offside. I mean, I think the Warriors know what's coming. They saw Titans kind of tip their hand there. This time it's a little bit different, but well handled. That was
Onside kick recovered
hit
from
hard along the ground.
Moss.
And Remington Moss, who's been one of the many impressive Warrior players today, did well to come up with that onside kick right at midfield. You know, Parker, I think what I would say about St. Michael the Archangel is they don't have a lot of players, but the players they have are all really good. Their line is good on both sides. playmakers on the outside. Quarterback's been poised. He's got legs. And their defensive backs have done a great job against the Titans' explosive receiving core. Can't help but be impressed by the talent of St. Michael. They just don't have many bodies in terms of if you look at the bench. Good running game, too, with Ferguson, who had a huge first half. Titans have done a better job bottling him up here in the second half. And he picked up no yards on that first down carry.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
Been really impressive to watch for the Warriors offense and defense. They've done everything right, and Titans just missed a few opportunities. That was big for them, and that just led to where we are, 20-36 game. Really unfortunate to see for a Titans. Played so hard the first few games, coming back against North Cross, and then with their win at Fuma.
That pass is complete to Deontay Johnson. He steps out of bounds.
Number 10, Deontay Johnson.
So it's going to make it 3rd and 5.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Titans catch a little bit of a break with Johnson stepping out of bounds, as that does stop the clock. And Trinity still has all 3 timeouts, so things look bleak, but if we could get a stop here, you still have, 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. It's not 100% done. Need a stop here for sure. They're looking to pass deep, and he's broken up. Great job on the coverage by Josiah Walker. 4th down and 5. Moyer's the quarterback, a little slow getting up. Of course, he's also the punter. So on 4th and 5, I would think they would punt, but either way, Moyer's, if they go for it or punt, he's a crucial piece in either thing they would do. And does look like they're going for it. And Moyers is shaking off, slow to get up, but he looks fine. 4th and 5. They might try and draw the Titans offside. Seen Moyers with some hard counts today. Play clock is expired, so I think that was the plan. And, of course, they have no timeouts left, as we've discussed, so it's going to push them back 5. 4th and 10, and I'm sure they're going to punt now. I think it would actually be doing the Titans a huge favor to go for it. And, yeah, Moyers is back in punt formation. When Trinity does get the ball back, I think we're going to see Deacon Scogan go back in as Tegan Logan is being attended to after that hit he took at the end of that 2-point conversion and somewhere in the lower leg area. And Deacon is warming up. Tegan Logan is, given blood, sweat, and tears to this program and hope he's okay. Not a good snap. He gets the kick away, and it gets actually a really favorable bounce. Ends up being a 24-yard punt, but it could have been disaster. There is a flag over on the far sideline. It is unsportsmanlike against St. Michael. So going to be pretty good field position for the Titans.
Take a few Minnesota miracles here if the Titans are going to make an attempt to win this game.
Well,
just score twice within 3 minutes. Getting this score right here,
right.
Then making the onside kick recovery or forcing a turnover within the time, and then scoring again and making 2 two-point conversions.
Yeah, plus you got your starting quarterback out, your All-American wide receiver out. I mean, everything is stacked against you, but the fight that the Titans have shown has been remarkable. I mean, I think that's 4 straight 3-and-outs. They've completely shut down St. Michael since the touchdown early in the third quarter. And I do think fatigue is played a part for the Warriors. Throw by Deacon Scogan was kind of in between Deuce Mason and Houston, but just a few seconds came off the clock. And 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 for the Titans.
Deacon escapes some pressure, throws across his body. Houston with the catch into Warrior territory. 15-yard gain. Deacon Scogan is not the biggest looking dude, but he looks strong there, fighting off the pressure.
Right, just escaping the pocket and the pressure, getting that throw off, and making an accurate enough throw to make a play on it. And big deep ball here.
Deep for Deuce with the catch inside the 10. Could be 1st and goal for the Titans.
And the clock has stopped as the chain screw going to take a little bit of time to get down there. So Titan offense is going to have maybe a little bit of time to set up before they get down there, as it's looked to be ball on the 9.
Well, Parker, they at least got us out of our seats here up in the press box, so feeling some excitement. Clock is now running again, so got to try and get this off. Scogan's pass caught by Deuce Mason. He is in for the score! Touchdown, Titans!
There's miracle number 1.
So obviously go for 2 here.
For a Trinity touchdown.
What a play, just to get around the defender, get down the sideline, and get the ball across the goal line. He had to reach at least 2 yards over.
Yeah, Deuce showed his quickness on a previous play where it ended up being called back on a holding penalty, but we saw how, I mean, he is lightning quick, and he showed it there. All right, this is a massive 2-point conversion. I think they might run it with Carson Parks.
Carson's looking pretty good in the backfield.
And they actually fake it to Carson. The throw is caught! They complete the 2-point conversion. What a catch!
That's
Braxton Brooks on the pylon, and they've cut it to 8. It's a 1-possession game. Obviously would require another 2-point conversion, but
still have 3 timeouts to play with.
yeah, so even if you don't, I mean, I assume they'll probably onside kick it again, but even if St. Michael recovers, if you can get another 3-and-out, you have to use your timeouts, but there is a chance.
At the very least, looks better on the scorecard. That just be a 1-touchdown game. So Titans have done a great job of coming back from that 4-touchdown thing deficit at the half to make it only 8 points, and still with 2 minutes 30 seconds. Definitely opportunity here. So hopefully get onside kick recovery. At the very least, force another 3-and-out and their 3 timeouts.
21 consecutive points by the Titans. They've shown incredible amount of heart and fight. no matter how this turns out. And there's not a ton of daylight left either. Of course, no lights on the field here at Aycock Stadium. That is my dream, to someday have lights here. Evan pops it up. It's caught, and he's going to take it all the way. I thought he might have called for a fair catch, but wow, what a play by Jonathan Barnett.
I don't know what just happened. It looked like multiple things. He looked like called for a fair catch, looked like he could have stepped out of bounds. And I think the Titans were just confused when they saw him stop for a second, then take off. There's definitely a few guys there that could have made the tackle. It's just unfortunate confusion.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at it again. He definitely didn't fair catch it. Ooh, it was awfully close to stepping out of bounds, but just looking at the replay, I can't quite tell. I know a lot of the Titan players on the bench thought he stepped on the sideline. Well, that kind of does sum up, though, the resiliency that St. Michael has shown, where every time that they've needed a big play, they've made one, and that was a massive special teams play. And now the Warriors have scored in all three phases as they go for two. He reverses field, and he gets the edge, and a big two-point conversion there. Matthew Holland. And that lead is back up to 16 with just 2:20 to go.
2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Score St. Michael 44, Trinity 28.
So like I was just saying, in terms of scoring in all three phases, the Warriors with 6 touchdowns overall, but one was a pick six, one was a kickoff return, and obviously a number of offensive touchdowns as well.
Hard to watch. You saw that big comeback, big touchdown, big two-point conversion. Looked like they're going to come back, and just at the end, there's a little bit of the.
Yeah, now a squib kick by the Warriors. So Titans will have good field position. They've moved the ball really effectively here in the fourth quarter with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
Deacon's going to have to use every bit of his arm strength left to get probably a few big catches downfield and score quick. Try to make it close again, 8-point game again. Only 2 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock now.
Yeah, gonna need another quick strike. But they're basically right back where they were at the 3-minute mark, down 16, 3 timeouts. I mean, I will say the feeling is a little different where, you know, they felt like all the momentum was building for potentially a comeback that none of us would ever forget. And that kickoff return was really deflating. But, you know, the students still who are here, just not the peak of the crowd that we saw earlier, but still chanting, "Let's go Titans," and keeping the faith. Good block there by Parks and a good catch made to Deuce Mason. And, I mean, there's, of course, some really key seniors on this team, but also a lot of the guys making these plays today are younger guys in terms of Deuce Mason's a sophomore, same with Deacon Scogan, Trey Cherry, Josiah Walker, Cole Dameron, all younger players who have had a huge impact today. KJ Harris as well, who had the big hit that led to the interception. Deacon somehow escapes and then gets brought down Minute
56, Malachi McNair on
31 to go.
Dad Warriors player here at the midfield.
Deacon has proven to be, hard to bring down. I mean, Joshua Jackson, who is an absolute star defensive end, had him in his sights, and Deacon was able to at least keep his feet, and he still ended up getting sacked, but he picked up a few yards and wasn't as bad as it could have been. Deontay Johnson, one of the talented Warriors wide receivers, and also obviously plays on defense, I think was maybe just cramping a bit. He's coming off. There's another Warrior player also looks like dealing with cramp. And these, the vast majority of these St. Michael, the Archangel players have played every snap, offense, defense, special teams on a warm day. And this game is now well over 3 hours long. Longer than, most NFL games, which play 15-minute quarters and have long commercial breaks. We're playing 12-minute quarters, but all right, clock is running. Titans need to get this ball snapped here. They let about 15 seconds run off. Scogan pass complete to Houston. He gets out of bounds.
pass complete to number 22, Houston.
Gain of 7 yards on the play. Clock stops
Gain of 7 on the play.
with 1:06 to go.
3rd and 5 for the Titans.
It's Houston again. He fights for good yards. He gets a first down.
Scogan's pass complete to number 22, Houston.
Nice job by Hugh there. He caught that behind the line of scrimmage and fought his way for a 7-yard gain and another Titan first down. Looking for Braxton Brooks. Good coverage by
Pass intended for number 10,
Max Gardner and Tyson Woods.
Pass falls incomplete. Injury timeout.
Got more guys down. Looks like Braxton's cramping. Tyson Woods still down. So we still got 38 seconds, but Parker just game's not over, but it's obviously close to over. What are just some closing thoughts that you have about this game we've witnessed here today?
I definitely think there were still a lot of positives, as you said earlier. Youngsters did a great job. Dameron, or Echo QB, Deacon Scogan came in and both played great games. Run game looked great. CJ Gray and Carson Parks had great games on the ground, but just a few missed opportunities that really had a lot for the Titans' ability to win this game. And then with the injuries later on, 3 huge players for this team, and CJ Gray, Davion Brown, and Dagan Logan.
Yeah, and I think at least 2 possessions I can think of where the Titans had first and goal inside the 10 and came away with no points. The pick 6 was crucial, and then I won't call it a final nail in the coffin because it's not done yet, but that kickoff return when the Titans had cut it back within one score. All just felt like kind of one of those days where what could go wrong mostly did go wrong, and the Titans have shown a ton of fight, and the Warriors have just some real ballers on this team. They're fun to watch. And that's going to do it now with the interception by Matthew Holland. He's still on his feet, finally brought down, and the Warriors will kneel it one time, and that will do it. Matthew Holland, he's made big plays on offense. And there he makes the interception on defense. Tough spot for Deacon with the Warriors back in a zone, kind of a prevent style, and Deacon tried to thread one through there and couldn't quite get it done. But credit to St. Michael for the plays they've made today. And on balance, even though the Titans have fought hard, you'd have to say that St. Michael deserves this road win, and they'll head back up 95 to Fredericksburg, I'm sure, with a celebratory bus ride. And they are, I said this once before, but I think they're a real contender in the Vista this year. They won the Division II state championship a couple years ago, moved up to D1, and just missed out on the playoffs last year. But with wins over both of last year's finalists, you have to imagine St. Michael is very much in the mix. Well, want to thank everyone who made this broadcast possible, from executive producer Carter Tyree to game producer Ash Bell, our spotters Will Steele and Briggs Pinar, and my color commentator, freshman Parker Boyd. I'm Rick Hamlin. Congratulations to St. Michael. The Archangel, they win it 44-28. Titans travel for a huge one at Flint Hill next week. We'll see what the health of the team looks like when they make that trip. And we'll be back for our next football broadcast in 4 weeks on October 19th against the St. Christopher Saints. Thanks, everybody who tuned in. Have an awesome weekend. Go Titans. We'll see you next time.